Hi, my name is Subhash Pandey. I am teaching as a computer teacher in a reputed organization from last 20 years. I want to share my knowledge with you through my YouTube channel Learn Computer from Subhash. This is my sixth educational video on Python series. Today we are going to discuss on data types in Python. So as you know that we don't have to declare the data type in Python. Still, it is required that we should know which data types the value is stored, so that the in the programming part you should not get the wrong results. Now you can understand what is the why the uh, data type knowledge is required and for Python programming. Now suppose I am accepting a value as n equal to input, enter a number. So suppose number is 23. Now I am doing some calculation on that number. So this is giving wrong. Although number is 23, but the compiler is giving error. The reason is that n is stored as a string, not as a integer. So you can see it, type of n. Now it is a string. So it is required that we have to convert it to integer. This is the type casting, so that we can do the calculation work there. Now we have to convert it to, so the statement will be like that: n equal to in integer, enter a number. Enter a number. Oh, sorry. N equal to integer, enter a number. Input int of input, int of input, enter a number, enter a number. Now give the value, and if I am writing n plus equal to 45, then calculation is possible. If you are writing n, then it will give the resultant. So it is clear that for any type of program on the variables, what data type it is stored and how to use it, it is required. So now we will go, the data types are divided in different groups. So built-in core data types are numbers. Numbers are divided in integer, float, and complex. And then the sequence data types are there: list, tuple, and dictionary. So we learn this one by one. Now, what is numbers? Numbers are the values, numerical values, and it is divided in integer, boolean, float, complex. So integer are the integer values, the numbers without decimals like 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 45, etc. Booleans are can store either true or false, that is 1 or 0. And float are the decimal values, the number with decimal or fractional parts. Complex, in the Python there is one data type that is it provides, that is the complex. Complex is in the form of a plus bi, where I is the imaginary number like 1 plus 2, 1 plus 6 plus 2j, or 0 plus 3ij. Now we learn how to do the calculation on complex numbers. Now suppose n equal to a number, complex number, and 1 equal to 5 plus. Now suppose I am storing it to n2, the addition of the numbers, it is n1 plus n, and if printing the value of n2, so what we will get? We will get that the real part is added with the real part, and imaginary is added with imaginary. So save the file. Suppose the number name is the complex. Give the name as complex. Save it and then run the module. So we're getting that addition of both the number 9 plus 7j. So this way we can do the calculation work on complex number. Now next is the range of Python numbers. So Python provides unlimited range. So if you do if we want to calculate the factorial of a number of integer number in a C++, that it has a lot of limitations. You cannot find the factorials of very big numbers. Now in Python it is possible to get factorial of any numbers, since it provides unlimited range of values. So integer, in case of integer, and in case of complex, float, all. You can see it through one example program. Now suppose I am writing a program to calculate the factorial of a number, to calculate the factorial of number. Now suppose I have to calculate it in a store it in f, and the suppose n is the value for which the factorial will be calculated. Enter number. So input statement is missing here. Input. Now this is right syntax. Now for getting the factorial, we have to learn a loop. We'll discuss these things, the syntax of loops and other conditional statements in the next videos. For I in range, I in range one to I in range 1 to n plus 1 plus f into equal to I equal to I plus 1, and then print the factorial value. Factorial is f. Now we'll save this file and run it. Run the model. So some error is there. Factorial is, there is double bracket which is not required here. Factorial is comma. We will run the model. It's okay. Now you can find that I am giving factorial of 45. So now you can see the range here. You can see the range here. What is the range? So you can get unlimited value there. So in the integer. So this is the one of the positive point regarding the Python. Next is the now in Python, one data type is the string data type. Character data type is not there. We have to do the character related with string. So string is nothing but it is a sequence of characters. It can be a symbols, it can be numbers that is stored in a quotation mark. So values are stored in a string from 0 index value to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this way it increases, and you can access the values of the string by this way also. -1, -2. -1 is the last value, -2, -4, -3. Okay. In this way. So a string, will learn the string in a later part of our videos, and same way we have the list. So list is also a sequence which can store any type of data type value. It is a compound data type. So you can see that in a list you can store some numbers with that string and float also. Same way you can store all the characters there and the combination of floating and integer values. Now next we have tuples. So tuples and list both are same. Only difference is that in a list you can change the value, individual elements value of a list, but in tuples it is not possible to change the individual value. So one is mutable, another is non-mutable. Tuple is non-mutable. Next is dictionary. So dictionary is a mapping type of data type. So it has the format of key and value. Key value. It starts with a curly brackets. So key colon value. Key colon value. Key. So 1 is the key. January is the value. 2 is the key. February is the 3 is the key. March is the value. So you can access in this way through key and values. We learn some very small exams related with the this string related program. So we learn these things later on in our next classes. So suppose I am storing one string is equal to s equal to, suppose my name is there, and you can print it. Just write print s, it will print it. You can access any individual any letter. So you can see it. Run the module. So you can see that output is there. So suppose I want to access any of the values there. Suppose I want to access the first value of that as 0. So you can access this way also. First element of the string, it is as. Now you can see this one as, okay, first letter. So in this way a string has a lot of methods, and string has a rich set of methods through you can do any type of manipulation in a string. Same way the list and uh, tuples and dictionary, we'll learn these things later on our next classes. So what is data type? At the type of in Python, declaration of data type is not required, but when we do some calculation related to some different data types, then what will be the resultant data type that is required, whether the calculation, if some operation, mathematical operation is taking place between two different data types, then what will be the resultant data type, or where the resultant data type will be stored, that is required to be learned. And for these things the data type knowledge is required. You can understand this through one example, that is, suppose I am writing, suppose n is equal to 2. So it is integer data type, and n1 is equal to 2.5. And if I am storing in a n2, n plus n1. So what will be the data type of n2? It will be the float, because if the two data types, different data types are there, then the conversion takes place in the higher order. So we can see it, a type of n2, and we can print it also. Print n2. You can see that it is a 4.5. So obviously 4.5 is the type of the, it is a floating value, and we are doing the calculation on one, and the n is an integer and n1 is a, so the conversion when the n2, the data type of n2 will become float, because n1 is in the higher order of data type. So in this way, if you do some calculation on float and complex, then the resultant data type, the calculated resultant data type will be complex. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like. This is the 6th video of Python series. In the next videos we'll learn the control statements, that is the looping statements and conditional statements, and do lot of programs with the flowcharts, algorithm, and having the dry run, so that you can understand the logic behind that. And if you can understand these things, then it will be easy for you to write the program, and you can write your own programs easily. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like. Thank you.